Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you an anime review on Assassination's Classroom. Now this is going to be first impression / review, and I want to say right now, I have read the first chapter of the manga a while back. Now, here's the thing, from what I remember from the first chapter of the manga, this episode pretty much just adapted the first chapter, if I remember correctly. So, this is really good. This straight up is really good. So far, we're already off to a very great start with Assassination's Classroom. It seems like it's being adapted properly from what I can see. So anyways, let's talk about this episode and talk about the theme, the premise, the characters, and stuff like that. So, what is the story, or what is the plot? So, from what I can see, is that you have it to where this alien squid octopus-like creature is the teacher of this Class E, and pretty much he says he will destroy the Earth in 1 year's time. And he already demonstrated his power by blowing up the moon, as we saw in the sky. Like, the moon is a crescent shape, you see it it's just gone. And he says that he will do the exact same thing to the Earth in a year. And so, the only way to stop this is by killing the sensei, or Koro-sensei as he's named at the end of this episode. So, you must kill Koro-sensei to actually be able to survive, and for Earth to be able to survive. Now, here's the catch. Koro-sensei, he can go up to Mach 20, and right then, when you hear that, you're like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, Mach 20, that is some ridiculous speed. Like, just, I don't even want to imagine, okay? It's that unbelievable. But he goes that fast. And if he really wanted to, he can continuously run away from jets, countries, and nobody could stop him. Nobody could. And so, pretty much what we find out is if he really, really wanted to, he could just continuously move around for the entire year. He could blow it up at any time, and Earth would be pretty much fucked. So, he made a deal with the government. He said, okay, if you stop attacking me, and you let me go about my business for the rest of the year, I will give you a chance to actually assassinate me. For instance, let me teach as a teacher at Class E, and these like 30-something students, pretty much, they'll all have the potential to be an assassin and pretty much kill me, since they'll be so close to me. But the government, no government in the world can attack me. So, pretty much, he made a deal, and the government pretty much agreed because they knew they were fucked to begin with, because, I mean, they couldn't do nothing if they wanted to. This dude can catch freaking missiles, as we saw in this episode. So, it's a better chances of having these kids, at the very least, in this classroom, since they're going to be very close to him, being able to kill him. So, pretty much, the students have to take up the mantle of being an assassin to take down this teacher that is currently teaching them in Class E before the year is up. Once the year is up, everybody will die. So, let's actually dive into some details. So, first things right off the bat I want to discuss, and I didn't really get into it when I did my first impressions review of the manga's first chapter, so I think it's actually time I do that in this, since it's the first episode. One thing I've always really wondered was, how do these BBs, or this material, this type of BBs, actually affect Koro-sensei? Let me dive in and explain. The only way you could possibly know if this really works against him is if you actually manage to hit him once before. Like, he goes at Mach 20. He's extremely fast. He actually proved this. So, how did they actually manage to find out that this material really works against him without hitting him? Because, I mean, if he really wants to be serious, he won't get hit at all. So, how did they find out about this material that works against him? What exactly is this material? Another thing, too, you have to wonder also is, like, what is his real objective? Like, the ending of the episode, it brings to light something else along with Koro-sensei's personality. We know he wants to destroy the world, and all these claims he has in this episode pretty much says that he most likely can do it. He can definitely blow up the Earth if he wanted. But the thing is like, what is his real angle? Because at the end, you see this girl, looks like she's dying, and his overall facial structure and body structure seems a little bit different from how it is now. He's holding this girl, and she says to him, like, can you please teach these students? Which we can assume is to teach, you know, these Class E students. So, who was this girl? This girl that most likely was crushing on Koro-sensei, and he was crushing on her. Who was this girl? What happened to her? How was she killed? And what type of connection does she have with him? And is she the entire reason why he wants to blow up the Earth? Is it because of that? We have to wonder those entire elements right now. And it's not just that either. On top of that, Koro-sensei shows compassion in this first episode. Like, we see compassion from his character. When you see Nagisa, I don't know if Nagisa is actually a girl or a guy. I want to be straight up honest. The character design and all that's just very mind-boggling. I didn't know if it was a girl or guy. So I'm just gonna say now, Nagisa, no idea what gender he or she is. But anyways, the main character, Nagisa, tries to actually suicide bomb Koro-sensei. Now, technically, Koro-sensei got very pissed off with this because it was a very dumb method, because the people that goaded, you know, Nagisa to do something like this, they were not thinking about Nagisa's actual, I guess, safety at all. And he got very pissed with this, and you saw his actual rage. But in this act, you see that he does care for his students' lives. So, but you have to wonder, is he truly all that evil? Is Koro-sensei really that evil, or is there something else going on here? And then other things on top of that go on top of this, his different moods and his, like, skin color. Like, for instance, he can change his skin color depending on what mood he is in. Like, if you got a correct answer, you'll have, like, a correct answer symbol, wrong answer, X symbol. And if he becomes really pissed off, you see his face go into a blackish type color, and it just looks freaking creepy as fuck. So, overall, the first episode of Assassination's Classroom, it was a really good episode. Gave all the information we all need to know before the series really starts kicking into high gear, and so I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen. I mean, I've never actually read past what happened in this episode, so I'm really interested and invested to see what most likely might happen. So let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about this episode of Assassination's Classroom? All of you manga readers, how do you feel about this adaptation? I love you all so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.